Hey guys, so it looks like the idea of how to do synthetic division is pretty much down by most of y'all. It's kind of what to do with your answer that seems to still be a struggling point. So I've got three questions here. I want to just quickly go over them. The method is going to be the same for all of them. We're going to use synthetic division, except the result is going to be different. We're going to have a different type of answer. Okay, so you already know how to set this up with the coefficients. 1, 9, 38, 16, and negative 64. This one is asking you to use synthetic division to evaluate f of 3 when f of x is x to the fourth plus 9x to the third plus 38x squared plus 16x minus 64. Well, since we were given the number 3, we'll go ahead and put the 3 on the outside. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring down that 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, yeah, that's 222, add, multiply, that's going to give us 714, and then minus 64 is 650. Okay, so there's not really an issue with getting this far from most of you guys. Now let's go back to the question. Use synthetic division to evaluate f of 3. Well, since we're looking to evaluate f of 3, and according to the remainder theorem, that's going to be the remainder when we do synthetic division, f of 3 is 650. So the only answer you're looking for this time is the number 650. All right. We did not have to write out the, what was that, 0, 1, 2, 3, x to the third plus 12x squared plus 74x plus 238. That was not necessary, okay? That would be the quotient when you're doing the division, which, yeah, it's synthetic division, but we're using synthetic division in other contexts, not necessarily just finding the quotient. Okay, this time we've got, setup is the same. 1, 2, negative 24, negative 50, and negative 25. Okay, determine if 5 is a root of all that stuff there. Okay, so we're going to use synthetic division. We're going to put 5 on the outside here, and we'll bring down 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. All right, the remainder is 0 this time, okay? Now again, we are not going to write down the x to the third plus 7x squared plus 11x plus 5, because that's not what the question's asking for. What the question is asking is use synthetic division to determine if 5 is a root. Well, we could say 5 is a root of this particular f of x. Or in short, we can simply just say, yes, it is. Okay, two different questions, two completely different types of answers, though, that it's looking for, but the process to get there was exactly the same. And it's going to be the same thing here. 1, negative 14, 12, positive 14, and negative 13. Okay, this time we're saying use synthetic division to determine if x minus 1 is a factor of all that yummy goodness there. Okay, now you remember that the format is x minus k, where k is the number on the outside here. K in this case is 1. Okay, so we're doing the opposite of the minus 1. That's the only time you want to worry about doing the opposite. Something like this. Okay, in the previous two, we were just given a number, so we put that number on the outside. We were given this number, so we put that number on the outside. So we bring down the 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. Once again, we have a remainder of 0, so we can simply answer that yes, that is a factor of that particular f of x. Alrighty, so hopefully this was kind of helpful to you guys, so you can see exactly what type of answer you're going to be getting. All three of these problems were approached the same way. We did synthetic division. The last one we had to use the opposite because it was a factor question. But each time we gave a different type of answer based on what the question was actually asking. All right, thanks guys.